Now, Mitt Romney has come out and said that he's not going to run in 2016. Don't let the door hit you in the back, Mitt, as you leave. I, for one, am very happy to see him not mixed up in this after all the shenanigans that they played in the primaries, all the crooked deals that were being done, as anybody who follows that and watched what happened with Ron Paul knows. But of course, there are plenty of people just like Mitt Romney waiting in the wings to take his place. And of course, we're supposed to believe that it would have been a lot different had Mitt Romney been elected president. Maybe we wouldn't have had ObamaCare. No, we would have had RomneyCare, which was exactly the same thing as ObamaCare, even sold using the same lies and the same liar, Gruber, who bragged about it. Now we see some of the details coming out about ObamaCare and the regulatory overreach that this allows different regulatory agencies to get involved with. This is, of course, coming from the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. FreedomWorks points out that restaurants are now struggling to comply with calorie labeling requirements under ObamaCare. Yeah, see, if the government is going to pay for your health care, they view you as being totally dependent on them, and they get to tell you what to do to live a healthy lifestyle. They'll define what a healthy lifestyle is, and they will enforce it upon you. Not just on restaurants, but on you individually. That's coming. We've already seen that in the schools. But of course, in this particular instance, we have a rule that is going to require retail food establishments with 20 or more locations to list calorie information on their standard menu offerings. And they point out that this, of course, is food retail operations. It'd be, of course, restaurants and delicatessens, but it would also extend to supermarkets, to movie theaters. And of course, 20 is just some arbitrary number that they pulled out of the hat. They can take that down to a single restaurant, put mom and pop stores out of business. It's also a cost that's going to be borne by you as a consumer. It's going to be borne by higher costs. They're going to have to pass that along, or if they can't pass the cost along because of competition, they'll go out of business. Or if you're working for them, maybe you might get laid off. Maybe you won't get that raise that you're looking for. All of these regulations have a cost. They have an economic cost, they have a human cost. But the fundamental issue isn't even one of whether this is going to work or whether we should do it, try to get people more aware of what they're eating. The fundamental issue is they don't have the authority to make these kind of dictations. They shouldn't have that kind of authority. They shouldn't even have the authority to mandate personal insurance care. And that, of course, is the basis of the first Supreme Court decision that Justice Roberts wrote the position on, saying that that kind of a mandate was unconstitutional. Then evidently, as some pressure was applied against him, he changed his mind and wrote the other side, said, no, we'll call it a tax and say that we can do anything we want.